Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Tuesday, September the 13th, and these are the charts for the day. Of course, the market went up again today, and we're snapping back. A lot of our stocks did well. I'm going to highlight a dozen or so of the best stocks that we saw on our board today. Recent swing trade GNK continues to press for higher as it's moved from about 6 1/4 to today's high of 9 3/4, about a 50% move in the last week. Excellent move, and it took out even our secondary target today, reaching up towards, as I said, 9 3/4. So I was getting 951, up $1.34 at 16.5%. This volume surged to the 2.7 million shares. It's the biggest volume in about 6 weeks. There is some resistance, and the next target up around 11. If you can make it up there, that would be an exit point if you're still in it. But I do expect the stock is ahead of itself and could pull back in here. Next is Depomed, which spiked up 68 cents, 12% today. Volume increased to 1.3 million. Looks like it may be coming out of this wedge. There is overhead resistance up around the 670, 75 range. If it gets through that, my next target is 7.5 3/4. PANL continues to act well, and today broke out of this little flag or wedge that we had shown you with an explosive move of nearly 6 points, up 598 or 11.67%. The volume was strong, 5.6 million. That's the best in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a test of the 64.5 area short term. WPRT exploded today. That's one of our swing trades. It was up 306 or 11% today. Volume swelled to 3 million shares. It looks excellent here. If you step back and look at the longer term pattern, it appears it could very well make a move up into the high 30s, maybe even low 40s. But let's just look at mid-channel resistance, and I'd say a target up around 40, 42, maybe forthcoming. That's a big one. ELGX acting well here. As you can see, the stock spiked 90 cents or 9.84% today. Volume jumped to 1.8 million. That's the biggest in about 4 weeks, 3 weeks or so. Broke out across this lateral price resistance. At this point, may very well make it up towards the 10 3/4, 11 short-term target. Big day for MAKO today. 332 or 9.5% on 1.2 million. See how the stock broke out, pulled back from moving average, and today it spiked. If it gets to 38.5, 39 zone, we can see the stock getting to the 42, 44 area short term. Nice day for SIMO. We put that on a swing trade. Today it jumped 99 cents or 9%, moving across this key declining tops line out of this entire consolidation. At this point, I expect a test of the 13 3/4 range should take place short term. In the immediate term, around 15, 16. LQDT, after this big spike, it's been consolidating the flag today, jumped $1.75 or 6%. Mine wasn't especially strong, but still was a solid 330,000 shares. And if it can get out above this and out of this pattern, we can see it spike up into the mid-30s. PTR up 62 cents, around 2.6 million today. That was a gain of nearly 5%. What a move from under 7 to as high as nearly 14. The stock has almost doubled in a month. At this point, I would not recommend purchasing. It's also because we're up against overhead resistance here. You could very easily see a pullback. I wanted to share how strong the stock has been and how much momentum it had. It wouldn't shock me if it did have a little bit higher level in the next day or two, but be careful about a pullback in this run, up in the zone. Data link moved up 43 cents at 4.4%. Volume was 305,000 shares. Not especially strong, but you can see the stock moving back up off the support level. I'm expecting a test of 11.5 short term. If we get through that, look for a spike up towards 13.5 to 14.5. NUS Enterprise jumped $1.76 or 4%, 4.25% today. Volume was a little bit better, and the stock is maybe coming out of this wedge pattern. If it does, we can see it spike up into the 45, 47 zone, maybe as high as 48 or 9 short term. The top of the channel, however, does come in around 45. Could offer some resistance there. AKRX up 3.15% or quarter at 819. Just 3 cents off the high. It looks like it may be running towards the high of the top of the channel, which may get it up towards the 9, 9.25 range short term. That's our target. Merge looking good now, snapping back to the top. Retest the August high. We get through that. I'm looking for a spike up towards the 7 3/4, 8 zone short term. Very, very nice longer term pattern. Check out the daily chart pattern here. Perfect parallel channel. And lastly for today, oh, that is it for today. Sorry about that. Do want to take a look at TWR, which jumped a little bit, 13.5% for only 14 cents. That's a low price play, but it could very well make a run up to 175, 180 zone, a short-term target. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll try to get in some shorts for you. Have a good evening.